Welcome to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. I'm about to go through TSA, and I will explain the process as I go through, so you know what's going on.
Sky Power, you go straight down. Oh, it's closed. You go this way. Go straight ahead. Okay.
So this guy, he's checking boarding passes to make sure that you have your boarding pass before you get in line. If you don't have your boarding pass, then you have to go back and get it. But if you do have your boarding pass, then he makes sure that you go through the correct line. There is a line for Sky Priority. Sometimes there's a separate line for TSA pre-check, but they don't have pre-check at the international terminal here. And then there's regular TSA, and it looks like in this case, everybody goes through regular TSA. Well, you stand in this line until you get to that guy right there. You sit and wait for him to check the person ahead of you through, and then you advance, and he will scan your boarding pass and check your ID.
Tell the family, yeah, I give him back a car for Christmas. What? Well, thank you. Thank you.
That gentleman seemed like he enjoyed his job, and he was cheerful and pleasant. Once you make it past him, then you go and stand in line again. You stand in line for the actual screening section of the TSA checkpoint, which is here. What's happening here are people standing in line. There's a station on the left and a station on the right, and they're putting their luggage and other items into bins that will go through a scanner. You have to take off your shoes, your belt, your coat if you have one. You have to empty all your pockets. And if you have a computer in your bag, you have to take it out and put it in its own bin. There is something called a TSA pre-check that you can sign up for. You pay a fee, and then when you're in the program, which has an expiration date, I think it lasts 5 years, I'm not sure. But if you're in TSA pre-check, you leave your shoes on, you leave your belt on, you still have to empty your pockets, but you don't have to take your computer out of your bag if you have a computer. So it's a little bit more lax. Now, once you have all your stuff in the bins, you're supposed to stay with it until you get up to the end. You're not supposed to just take off, leave your stuff there, and then go stand in the line for the body scanner. What I have with me is a backpack, and in my backpack I have a computer and I have a smaller black bag which contains video recording equipment such as a camera and a GoPro, some cables to connect them to a computer. What I typically do is when I take off my shoes, take off my belt, my coat, empty my pockets, and take off my watch, I usually put a lot of that stuff in my backpack, except for, of course, the shoes and the belt, perhaps. I'll stick that in a bin, but sometimes I'll stick it in the backpack. And that just makes it easier when I get to the other side. As I mentioned before, you have to stay with your bin until you get to this point. Then, when you get to this point, you transfer your bin into the inlet of the machine. And once you do that, the bins will be fed into the machine on a conveyor belt. So you don't have to sit there and watch it and go through. After you do this, then you go stand in line for the body scanner. The body scanner is optional. If you refuse to go through the body scanner, then the TSA agents will give you a pat down. Oh, that beep. That means the battery is going to die in my camera. I just hope it doesn't die before the end of the video. Usually the TSO will wave you in, but this gentleman entered the body scanner machine without being waved in. They don't know he's there. That TSO in the background is working with another passenger. So now he's being told to leave. So when you get to this point, just stand there until the TSO tells you, come on. Now he's telling him to wait.
That's what it means? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you for the explanation.
There's,
Okay.
yeah, there's something wrong with the machine. So it's causing a little bit of a delay. And by the time that everybody gets through this machine, all the bins are going to be backed up on the other side of the scanning machine. The TSOs are not law enforcement officers. They cannot detain you, they cannot arrest you. However, if you are found trying to sneak in a gun or a knife or something like that, they will call the police, and the police will come and detain you. And the police are not far away, and it won't take them long to get there. So now this man was finally instructed to enter the machine. You stand there in that position and wait for the guy to tell you to come out.
Step in, make sure your pockets are empty. I need you to line your feet up, sir. Line your feet up. Step back in. Line your feet up. All right, look forward. All right, come on out. Come on out. I got a good way.
Upon exiting the body scanner, you go to the outlet of the X-ray or scanning machine and wait for your bag to come out. But in this case, there was a delay and all the bags were already gone through with nobody there to pick them up. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to start getting dressed, putting your shoes on at this point, because other people are waiting and you're in their way and you're just causing them to be delayed. So get all your stuff and then take it somewhere else where you can get dressed. Now this is the Delta Sky Club on airside in Concourse F.